Hey friends, so we're out here today at Chessington World of Adventures for the first public opening weekend, the World of Jumanji. This is a brand new area here in partnership with Sony at Chessington World of Adventures. We've got 3 awesome looking rides here. We've got 2 flat rides, we've got Mamba Strike, we've got Ostrich Stampede, and then we've got the amazing looking Mandrill Mayhem. So we're going to go inside, give you an overview of everything that the land has to offer, all the rides, and how it is that you ride these rides, because there's a little bit of something in particular that you need to do once you get inside the park. So if you guys do enjoy the video throughout, give us a thumbs up, do appreciate it, it really does help us out a lot. It'd be great if you could hit the subscribe button, bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. Let's head into the World of Jumanji. Here we go, we are heading inside the World of Jumanji. This is our first look actually inside this area. The entrance is looking pretty awesome. Great theming and decoration. Let's go and have a look at this map over here. Jumanji Field Guide Outpost. So here we've got a map of the World of Jumanji. We've got the Jumanji board here, which is looking fantastic. This is Mandrill Mayhem going all around. This is Chessington's first inversion roller coaster, so that's looking to be pretty awesome. We've got Ostrich Stampede and we've got Mamba Strike down here at the bottom as well. So we're here kind of, they're doing like their own island here, their own fully immersive world. So the idea being that you can't see too much of the outside world when you're here. And the theming really is looking fantastic. Let's head on deeper into the land. In order to ride Mandrill Mayhem, the headline roller coaster here, you do need a virtual boarding group at the moment. So you scan the QR code, you click the reserve and ride store, and you add your number of guests. So this opens at 9:45 each morning for your first booking, and then it will open periodically throughout the day once they get through those queues, so they're not doing it over the top and getting too many people. You've got to be 1.2 meters to ride as well, so it's actually quite a low height requirement for the ride.
Nigel Billingsley, at your service.
You got some sound. The atmosphere in the land feels fantastic. The ride has been operating early this morning for hotel guests. This is one of the bonuses of being a hotel guest on site. Let's take you now to the queue of Mandrill Mayhem. Here we are on the board, the Jumanji board. We've got the little figures dotted around. Are they ready for This whole area looks fantastic. It's very well themed. I think so far, at least, what we've seen, Chessington have done an amazing job of theming this area. And it's actually, it's got kind of an open feel to it.
This is cool because it looks like the way that the middle of the board is like warped.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a shame that they, the spaces that they've got on the board, like it's a bit of a shame that they didn't do that.
Multicoloured, like multicoloured.
They're not multicoloured, they look like spots, don't they?
Yeah, I got you. We got a little sort of climbing frame. The jungle will try to stop you past, clamber through, and you're free at last.
That one says it's not.
So we have got our virtual queue. We got it at the 9:45 booking, so we're allowed to go in. It gives you kind of a countdown timer, and then once you are allowed, you've got 45 minutes to get back to the ride. And then inside. There you see it going up. So it's a winged roller coaster, and it's Chessington's first inversion roller coaster as well. Not a huge queue that's in use at the moment because of the virtual queue, which is a little bit of a shame. So I was saying it's not actually a big queue, but we're walking around it now and it does feel a lot bigger than I thought when I first saw it. One of the problems actually with the queue that we've kind of just come in to realise, it's completely uncovered, which is nice because we get some amazing views of the ride whilst we're in the queue. But rain and sun, that's going to be painful. In the sun particularly, blaring down, but we're in England here and it rains quite often, sadly. So I'm worried that you're going to get a little bit wet occasionally. But at that point, I'd imagine they'll probably end up dumping the queue because it's a roller coaster. So if it starts raining too heavily, that it's going to affect you, you may be not riding anyway. We've got loads of these little signs around as well, and we can check our names.
Marshall Webb.
So I am Judy Crawler. Interesting. Getting up here in the queue, we've got this Jumanji Jeep. I'll be back in 10 minutes, but if I'm not, read this again. I like that. So we're at the front of the queue now. We've been designated on our spot. We're spot number 1, first time, so I don't know actually what this means, but there are 2 sort of loading bays. So you've got one here, which will go straight onto this side, and then we have to cross up over the stairs to go to the other side of the ride. So if you've got some accessibility difficulties, then you'll probably be better going on this side. So we're heading up the stairs, crossing over the platform.
World of Jumanji, thanks. Sadly, this is where we are. Unbuckle your seatbelts and push out the doors.
As come out, we've got the pictures just outside. You can scan the QR code for a preview of it, and then we've got the merchandise. We're exiting through the gift shop. It's kind of an open air gift shop, but we've got a canopy above us. Ostriches, of course. Ostrich Stampede, that does make sense. World of Jumanji. Little figures or little dolls for all of the characters from Jumanji. So you've got Jack Black, you've got Karen Gillan, you've got The Rock and Kevin Hart. I like this actually. I like that they've just put the tags on like that because it feels very kind of like rustic. You're in the jungle. Little cooler bottle, and then of course your explorer's bottle there. That one is 18. The small bottle is 15. Mug is 15 as well. These are 16, so they're a little bit more expensive. The mug's £15. The gilos are £35. The shirt is £40. Not much to the shirt though, it just says World of Jumanji on it. And then you've got a little Chessington logo down the bottom. World of Jumanji t-shirt. Coolest. Collect the gems and lift the curse. World of Jumanji. That's 25. All 25 for the t-shirts. Nothing on the back of that one. And then you've got the hoodie here, which is 45. Again, nothing on the back of that one. You've also got some Jumanji games. So you've got an electronic board game for 27. Then you've got the sort of old school real board game for 26. You've got the journal here, which is very cool. Doesn't have a price. Can't see a price anywhere for that, unfortunately. And you've got some little cuddly teddies as well. You've also got ride-specific merchandise for Mandrill Mayhem for the hoodies and the t-shirts. And then just next to the photos area, we've got this other little hut, which is really well decorated. Mandrills. Finish the game, children's t-shirt. Really awesome looking decorations with the money in the little pots here. And we've also got this Jumanji set here from the Noble collection. That's more of a prop than anything, really. It's £130. It is an actual functioning game. You can use it as game, but it's essentially a replica. Coming out of the gift shop, we've got a couple of carnival games. So you've got the ball toss. I think both of them are ball toss actually. So you've got to knock those off, and then you've got to get the balls in the pot there
Would it be
as well.
a Merlin attraction without an arcade game?
No, we're not big fans of arcade games like this, but I understand why they're here. And then you've got Claw Machine as well, and one of the Hammer games. You've also, as you come out, you've got Mamba Strike. Now this is one of the flat rides here. Works like one of those old fairground rides where it goes sort of up and over, left, right, up, over. It's only posted at a 5-minute wait, so we're going to jump on that now and just show you what it's like. So Mamba Strike posted at a 5-minute wait. Joined the queue, didn't move at all. Just told me it's down. They haven't dumped the queue though, that's the kind of annoying thing. They've just said it's down, people started leaving the queues, so they're not going to give you like a time to return or anything like that. The 5 minutes was also very inaccurate because, well, it wasn't 5 minutes and it went down, right? So it should have been 10 minutes when I got in there really. I'd say 10-15 minutes that queue was, not 5. Let's go and explore the rest of the land, we'll come back to this later on. It's opening day, opening weekend anyway, so I'm not surprised there's a few kinks, we'll get there. So here in the land we do have Coke freestyle machines as well. So this uses their freestyle cups that you can purchase and then you can reactivate each day. And then it just works on a little sensor here down the bottom. And you've got all your different flavours there. You go in and you can pick like raspberry, strawberry, whatever. Can't do it at the moment because we haven't got a cup. One thing I would say, it's just a little bit sad that they haven't got themed recycling bins like that. Everything else is so beautifully themed.
I think it's going to be.
There it goes. So far, what we've seen, we've only been in here like half hour. The operations for Mandrill have been fantastic. So we're just speaking to one of the team members here, and there's actually a lot of team members on. And they were saying that the virtual queue is actually full at the moment. Virtual queue is fantastic and bad at the same time. You know, we've experienced this at Disney, we've experienced it all kinds of places, but it just means that sometimes they're not actually filling the queue properly because people can't get the virtual queue. And then they'll wait around, they'll have 45 minutes, so they'll go off and do something else in the park, and then you've kind of lost that ability to just put them through the queue. But the virtual queue is good because if there's any operation issues with the ride, then you've not got to dump a whole queue, right? So silver linings to it. We got ours straight away in the morning, and we were quite happy with that. So we've just come off of Mandrill Mayhem. That was our first ride. We were row 1, which kind of is the front, but you can also do row 7, which is also the front, because it goes forward and backwards. Much better than I anticipated, actually. I think the ride, it was faster than I anticipated.
It was over fairly quickly, but I think, I don't know.
No, I mean speed of the ride, like
yeah, I know,
the actual launch is right. But it was quicker. The ride wasn't very long.
But when you've got one that's on a single track and goes back on itself, you have to have a quick, otherwise you're gonna
yeah. So that's the difficulty with it. It is just a single track. It doesn't loop around or anything like that. It goes down the same track and then it goes backwards on the same track as well, because there's a stall point at the top of the hill there. The theming of the ride was awesome. Going through the launch bay, going through the load bay, after you've been launched backwards and then you come back through and you've got all that smoke and it feels like it adds an element of theming to the ride, which is just really cool. I really want to ride it the other one though now to see.
So you go backwards first and then forwards.
Yeah, so yeah, either way you're going to be doing essentially the same amount of time forward and backwards. It's just how you do that. Do you do the forward at the beginning and then go backwards for the majority of the ride, or do you do it the other way around? But overall, I think that's a great addition to the park. Like,
yeah,
it's really good. And
it'll be interesting to see what the queue times are like though when the virtual queue goes. I feel like the queue times are going to be quite bad for that.
I think so, yeah, because of the single track.
Yeah.
Yeah, the single track is going to be a bit of a hindrance for them in terms of operations. At the moment, they're doing okay because of the virtual queue. The virtual queue's full, and the actual queue for the ride itself is like completely empty. So I'm not sure if they're sending it without anybody. They're just taking a little bit of time for loading. When we joined the queue and we got to the front of the ride, they did say that they've got engineers from B&M here. It's Bollinger and Mabillard, I think is the pronunciation of that.
I think it's a bit like Home Bargain.
Oh really? B&M. I see. This definitely isn't a Home Bargains kind of ride. It's they spent some good money on this ride. Very happy with that. Great addition to the park. The whole land so far has been looking good. We're going to do some more exploring and check out some food options, and maybe go on this Ostrich Stampede just behind us as well. So yeah, very happy. Futurely here. So I think we did kind of forget to mention actually fully how the ride works. So it is a winged coaster with one inversion, technically two inversions because you go for it twice, with 3 launches. So you start from the load bay and you launch once up a short stall. As you come back down, you get shot through slightly faster, and that'll take you around the main loop of the park. And then as you get most of the way around that one, you'll then hit another launch that'll send you straight up the top of the Jaguar, and then you'll sort of spin back down from there. So you've got 3 launches on that winged coaster, 28 riders per car. So it's quite a high capacity for a single track ride, but still it's not super high capacity because you're only on that one track and it's not doing the full loop because they've only got one train on it because of that. So that's kind of how the ride works. It is a roller coaster, 1.2 height requirement in meters, and I don't know what it was in meters for the height maximum, but it's like 6'4". You've got to be maximum in order to ride it. So just bear that in mind. If you're too short or too tall, you ain't gonna be riding. So Mandrill Mayhem, we got Ostrich Stampede. Ostrich Stampede is posted at a 60-minute wait. 3 on a spindle though, and that's just like a Dumbo flat ride. We got some food here, Jumanji food supplies. So we've got some cool looking cupcakes, we've got hot dogs, and we've got drinks as well. So we got a giant turkey leg, doesn't look to be there at the moment, foot-long pork Krakow hot dog, and we've got a vegan hot dog as well, and then you've got the Jungle Stampede cupcakes at a $4.50, soft drinks and Costa coffee. So the soft drinks are fairly reasonably priced, the Costa coffee fairly reasonably priced too actually. Well, we got everything. We got the hot dog with sauerkraut, we got crispy onions on there. It did take us a while to get the sauerkraut because we didn't put it on originally and then said it's there, which was behind the counter where we couldn't reach, which was not the smartest. The turkey leg does rival something at Walt Disney World. It's huge, and then the cupcake is quite small. With pass holder discount, this came to £20 and 48p, but I think, I'm not sure how it happened, but it was up to like £30 at one point. I think she must have added something extra, or we've got top discount on it, I don't know, but it went down to £20, which, considering the turkey leg was supposed to be like £14,
and that was 13, and that was 4.
Yeah, so I think something's gone wrong there. I don't know what happened, but it was definitely cheaper than it should have been, I think. We've got loads of these little challenges dotted around. A strength in math is what you'll need to crack the puzzle and proceed. So if 3 ostriches equals 60, and 2 snakes plus an ostrich equals 40. Right, so an ostrich is 20, which means a snake is 10, because you've got 2 snakes plus 20. And then you've got 1 snake, so he's 10. Oh, that doesn't...
Yeah, it is. Yeah, snake, and then 26 minus 10, 16.
Oh yeah, and then, so hippo is 8.
Hippo is 8.
Right.
8 times 10, 80. 180 plus an ostrich, which is tiny, so it's
100. Okay, we're good. There you go. There's the answer to your challenge. So we're still going all the way around the outside of the game board here. We've got a hippopotamus. We got the queue here for the virtual queue to get into the queue itself. Queues on top of queues, but it's not actually that bad if you get your virtual queue. So we've got a second challenge here. Choose your path to reach the gem, but do be warned you can't try again. And then we've got a little maze here that goes all the way around. So A or B, that's where you choose your path. So you've got loads of these like obstacle courses throughout the land. There's not too much seating, but you do have some nice benches, like the one just here. Warning, mandrills. There's a sign up there to say be careful of the mandrills. The plants and the foliage in here are really good. This will be nice when it grows up a little bit more. We're on opening week here, so obviously it's not too much at the moment, but when they get bigger, that's going to be very cool. Let's go and take a look at Ostrich Stampede quickly. So it's just a hub and spoke design ride. And then they start to bounce. Quite a simple ride. Currently posted at a 60-minute wait. So it's quite a long queue for this because it's not a high capacity ride. Well, that's the end of our time at Chessington World of Adventures in the World of Jumanji. This is a pretty cool new land here, actually. The Mandrill Mayhem is just actually a really awesome ride. The inversion in it is nice, right?
Yeah, it's quite unique, I guess, but it's just, I've got worries about the capacity, to be honest. I mean, the virtual queue is now, obviously we're still opening weekend, it's now at 3.5 hours. So,
yeah.
And even some of the smaller rides in the park are, 90 minutes for a vampire, what was it, 90?
90 for Dragon Fury as well. And actually, I mean, Ostrich Stampede, we haven't gone on that, and we haven't gone on Mamba Strike either, because Ostrich Stampede has basically been 60 minutes or 50 minutes all day. It's at 50 minutes now. Mamba Strike, obviously I got in the queue for it earlier, and then they said it closed down. So the operations haven't been too bad for Mandrill Mayhem, and actually the area as a whole, but I think running the virtual queue has helped them sort of keep on top of things, but it's also created a lot of a backlog in the rest of the park, and also here as well, with people just kind of chilling around the entrance to Mandrill Mayhem. And I think looking around, there's been a lot of frustrated faces today with people not able to get it, with it not being super clear. It's clear enough. We've got the signs up and everything, and it says virtual queue only on the entrance to the ride. But
I think because we got the virtual queue when we first got to the park, and we've been trying to get it ever since to get a second one on someone else's on these phone, whereas I've got mine already. And there's been nothing, and the website's not even loaded. So if we hadn't got that first one, we probably would have missed out today.
Yeah, because as Becky said earlier, it's 3 hours and 40 minutes. So it's an interesting one for sure. But we're very happy for a new land here at Chessington. It's much needed expansion. The operations at the start of the season here at Chessington weren't the best. So having this new land has been a great addition so far, and I hope it grows and grows with the park. I'm not sure if they can expand this area as well, but it'll be interesting to see if they can in the future.
And the theming is really good as well, everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been really good. This area,
most immersive, I think.
Definitely the most immersive at Chessington, rivaling something like Mythica at Legoland. If you haven't seen what Mythica's like, there'll be a link down in the description to go and check that out. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video throughout. If you have, give us a thumbs up. I do appreciate it. It really does help us out a lot. It'd be great if you could hit the subscribe button and bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks.